Hi Aries, this is Amani and welcome to your weekly tarot reading for March 13th to the 19th, 2017. I am using the Tarot of the Orishas, okay? The layout I have here is called the Crux Ansata. I shuffle the cards 10 times. By reducing the 10, we get 1, and 1 is the beginning, the starting point without which there would be nothing. This is why this number is related to God, the beginning, and the first cause. The cross represents life like the Ankh. This life survives on other planes until the time comes to reincarnate. Okay? Without further ado, let's begin. For your starting point, Aries, you have the 9 of Earth here. This is like finally getting to relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor to me, okay? With this, I feel like some of you are taking out loans. I don't know if this is like for school, etc. Possibly to pay for a house, put a down payment on a house. All right. I feel like you weren't, if this is going to be a house situation, I feel like you weren't really given that option by whoever you're working with to put this down payment on a house through a loan. But I feel like without using their help, you're just going to go and do your own exploration to see what will work best for you and your family in that case, okay? All right, so this feels like to me, don't depend on others so strongly and so heavily, all right? Because people aren't always going to give you what's going to help you. Sometimes you have to do your own research is what it feels like to me, okay? If this is a job, this feels like to me that your job is praising you for what you're doing. You're doing a very good job. You know, you're doing good at work, all right? You're selling product, you're working very good with the kids, etc. But for some reason, I feel like you feel a little bit drained, all right? I feel like you feel like you're not making enough is what it feels like to me, okay? So that's why you're looking for another position to add on to what you already have. It's always good to have something extra under your belt, all right? Your second position, you have your weight, what you're waiting on right here. You are waiting on, you got the 6 of fire here, okay? You're waiting on some travel news. You could be waiting to travel, all right? So you could be waiting for someone. Someone could be taking a long time to get dressed, all right? If this is like a partner, you're trying to go on a trip with somebody, but they're just taking too long. You're like, okay, I'm going to leave you if you don't hurry up, put your shoes on. Like, that's the kind of feel that I get, all right? With this, I feel like I'm picking up some kind of loss with this as well. So maybe someone just recently passed in your family, and you have to travel. You're traveling to go see them. They're a bit farther away from you. I'm feeling like in another state than what you're in right now, like Texas, you know, somewhere like down south. Like I'm feeling like Alabama, like all those like down south states in the US for some reason. All right. They just passed and there's a need to go travel to see them. All right. I feel like this is something that they saw it kind of like this feels to me like they've been sick for a while. They like, if this is like the kidney that they've been waiting on, like you know, this is like they were waiting really for a long time to see it. This already occurred. I don't feel like it's like happened like right there already, like this week. I feel like you're just traveling. You're hearing about it now, and you're going to travel to go see them soon. All right, like on the like I don't know if this is like you already found out about it though, like on the 13th or something is what it feels like. Yeah. Like someone had cancer and you're traveling to go see them too. That's another energy that I'm getting from this card. You're traveling to the hospital to go see this person, okay? So just really like some travel plans. It's not necessarily like a loss necessarily. It just feels like you're traveling to go see someone that's not well right now, okay? Let's see, where was I? That was what you're waiting on. You could, yeah, waiting to hear news about someone who has cancer, waiting to just hear news about them all together is what I feel like, okay? Like how they're doing is what it feels like to me. All right? Let's see. That was your second position, and your third position is your present, what you're dealing with right now. You have the Ace of Air. You could be dealing with an air sign, a Libra. All right? This person, I feel like you're arguing with them. You're blaming them for something, okay, with this, and you're cursing at them. All right, if not a person though, I do feel like these are new ideas that you're coming up with. All right, these are new ideas on the financial front, on the work front, even in your own home. I feel like you're trying to do like some interior design. You're wanting to repaint, buy new furniture. You're wanting to like bring whatever stuff you have in storage. You're trying to like get it moved into your where you already live right now. All right, but I feel like you're kind of stuck in this case though. Maybe the place that you're living in isn't big enough, so there's this need to like move from it so you can have more space for your stuff. All right, so that's more your present right there. Okay, let's see, that was your present. In your future now you have karma. Okay, maybe some of you are dealing with some kind of cycle of karma, but this is like judgment in the Rider-Waite deck to me. Okay, but I like the idea of it being karma because it's like, you know, do unto others as, you know, as you would like done unto you. You like that kind of feeling. Okay, is what this feels like to me. With this, you're not sure about something here. I feel like you don't know what to do about like a family member. I'm feeling family member for you again, like a cousin possibly. You're not sure what to do about them. You're not sure how to get to them. Like back to that travel situation, I feel like there's something that I feel like you're regretting lost time with this person. This feels to me like you haven't seen them in a while, and like something occurred, like something happened to them, like they, you know, like I said, that they may not be well right now, and it's like you didn't get a chance to like, there's some need to like reconcile differences with this person too. This could be like in a relationship, all right, where like you separated from your partner for a little bit for whatever reason. It could be like financial, all right. It could be like in the means to get benefits, all right. Like if you're married to them, you're trying to get benefits, you know, but each of you you can't like be like married. You have to be like separated in some way, like your mail has to go one place and their mail has to go to another, is what it feels like to me. All right, but with this, people are finally finding out about it and they're like confused as to like, why did you have to do that? I don't think you had to do that. It's the interactions that you're having with other people around you, so you're judging you about what you did. Like, oh, I didn't know you had to do it that way. Like, I thought you could be married and get benefits with your partner, kind of thing. All right, if not like a benefit kind of situation, this feels like to me maybe like even sponsorship. Maybe you're getting a sponsorship from someone that I feel like this person who's sponsoring you, or you're sponsoring them, is like your family has some kind of issue with this person in the past, is what it feels like to me. All right, they kind of did something dirty, is what it feels like. Okay, with this card, yeah, like it's almost like getting money from someone that did you wrong in the past, or did your family wrong, or they're offering your family money that they could have done something wrong to someone in your family, and they're trying to offer a peace offering or something to you in your family, is what it feels like from this card. All right, and that's the future. And you're trying to decide whether you want to take it or not, is what it feels like. Okay, in the fifth position you have your instincts here. This is the Two of Earth here, about being balanced. All right, I feel like even though if this is like a bank account situation, I feel like there's not enough money in it. All right, and I feel like you're thinking that there is and there isn't. So it almost feels like to me taking out more than you actually have. Okay, like overspending is what it feels like to me. Okay, doing like spending it on lavish things, trips, material items, etc. Like doing what you want to do when you can't really do what you want to do, is what it feels like. Okay, you need to have extra income coming in here, but I do feel like there is some type of balance is needed going on here, and using your instincts about that. How this also feels like to me is that someone could have actually went into your account and taken money out, is what it feels like, without your permission, but they do have your information, or they could have just done that by themselves. All right, and like you signed in and like, wait a minute, I had like $100 in here and now there's 50, like that kind of feeling. Okay, so just be careful about identity theft situations as well. There's another sign that was dealing with this too. But if not that, some of you are looking to possibly like I said, buy a house too, but all about having enough money to do so right now. Okay, and I'm feeling like transfer students. All right, but if you're a transfer student, you're moving to somewhere where the weather isn't really, the weather I would say is nicer than where you are right now. It could be like sunny California. You could be going to school. You could be moving somewhere that's ice cold to somewhere that's a lot warmer in climate. Okay, so congrats in that case. All right, in your sixth position, you have your accomplishments. You have the Five of Air here. So if you're gonna have the Five of Air as an accomplishment, this has to do with like backstabbing situations. All right, this could this, I feel a very justice energy coming off of this, even though you don't have justice here right now. This feels like you are putting somebody on blast, like either like online through phone calls. Right, you could actually be showing up to their house, putting them on blast about something that happened in your life recently. But this is something that they needed to hear. They were spending too much time, like, just having fun. You were mad about them just enjoying life, but you exposed them, is what I feel like. This could be a cheating situation too. All right, but you succeeded in exposing them. All right, so I mean, with this, I do feel some kind of like backlash though. All right, some type of verbal argument with this associated with this situation, if it is a cheating situation. All right, wow. Interesting message, very interesting. So what I'm hearing right now, wow, I'm looking at the card, is really interesting to me, because I'm looking at the card and like one of these birds actually has, like, you can't really see. It's hard to see, but it looks like an eye, but it's not an eye. It's actually their beak, but it makes me think of like a third eye. And what I was actually picking up from this card was like somebody saying to someone else, oh, you actually sold your soul. Like that kind of feeling, like someone saying that. Like, I don't know if like you were saying this to someone else or someone else saying this to you. Like almost like they can't believe it. But that's an existential thing to me though. Like, for example, like like Illuminati and things like that. Those kind of things are really African spirituality, in my view. It's not really evil. It's just spirituality at its finest kind of feeling to me. So you could be like that. Somebody's trying to say that that's what you did. And that's what you did to possibly get someone else out of the picture that could have been trying to take the spotlight out from you, is what I feel like, okay? Like selling souls so that you can get more people. Like that kind of weird stuff like that. All right? But, I mean, I don't know. You believe in that kind of stuff or not. But that's what this feels like to me. And it feels more like a social media kind of situation. Exposure in that case. Because there are birds in the image, and I associate birds with like social media. All right, interesting, very interesting. In your seventh position, you have your spiritual self right here. The enslaved prisoner. This is the Hangman. All right, so like I said, if this is a social media blast, like somebody getting blasted on social media off of some craziness, I do feel like you're learning from this situation, and they are. All right, if this is spiritual stuff, you're like, you could be exposing somebody else's spirituality online, but the way you're doing it, you're trying to make it seem like they have something wrong with them when they really don't, is what it feels like to me. All right, so it's kind of like it is like a backstabbing situation. I feel like this is actually someone that wanted to work with you though. Could be a Capricorn, and you're trying to put them on blast about, there's some kind of jealousy going on here though. In terms of that, like they could be into like spiritual work, but you're like hating on it, is what it feels like to me. All right, but for some reason, I feel like you're not learning from something though. You're not learning from this online blasting, is what it feels like to me. You're not really learning from it for whatever reason. You feel like your actions are justified though. With this situation, you feel like you feel like everything you say is right all the time. Like that's the kind of personality that I'm picking up from this card. You feel like you're right and everybody else is wrong, or nobody else's opinions matter. Like that's the kind of feeling that I get off of this card. Wow. Okay. But with that, even though you're trying to shut somebody down in terms of kind of spiritual stuff that they're into, behind closed doors, you're into that stuff too. I just feel like there's some kind of hateration either coming towards you or from someone else, or you're doing this, or someone else is doing this to you. All right, in terms of like hateration, like on the spiritual front. All right, yeah, this is coming towards you from someone else. It doesn't have to be like an earth sign, and just other people, I feel like, don't disagree with your spiritual views is what it also feels like to me, or you don't agree with someone else's spiritual views. Okay, in your 8th position, what you have is your mentality here. You have Oshala. Oshala is the emperor. Okay, it's a male, could be you actually on top of your game. All right, but I feel like even though you're on top of your game, you have people who are a bit two-faced. Because I look at the card and there's some type of divide here. It looks like a divide in energies. One is a little bit warmer and then the other one is a bit cooler. I know it's a bit hard to see because it's light as hell. I don't know why. All right, like I said, with the light, you do have the light in terms of your spiritual self. You are spiritually inclined, but I do feel like you have a lot of haters going on around you, hateration energy going on here. All right, with this, I do feel like you are dealing with someone who you think is a friend and isn't a friend. Okay, they could be trying to play you, or you trying to play them. All right, they also are a bit insecure. You feel like they're a bit insecure. All right, is what it feels like to me. Yeah, so just be careful about how you deal with other people. How you see other people may not be how they actually feel about themselves. Like, even if you feel like someone is insecure, they're not, is what I feel like. All right, they actually are very confident. Or if this is you, somebody thinks that you're insecure and they feel like you're not very confident in yourself, but I feel like you do well. This is kind of like, to me, like you know, the actress like Gabrielle Union. You know, she was in a commercial and, like, you know, she was like wearing a bra and a panties or whatever, and she appeared to really love herself so much, but for some reason someone told me that, you know, she's really insecure. You know, she's a very like jealous person, like about like her, the man, you know, other women looking at her man and all kinds of craziness like that. But that's what it feels like to me, like some type of air of jealousy coming towards you in that case. Okay, someone could be hating on your style, trying to steal your style too, is what I feel like. Okay, so let's be careful with people like that. All right, try to stay humble also with Oshala. There's some humbleness that's needed here. All right, so if people think you're too cocky, or you think someone is like, you think someone thinks that they're on top of the world based on what they do or whatever, but you know, try to let them, either them or they, lay low on the cockiness, is what I feel like. Okay, there's no need for that, is what I'm feeling. All right, then. In your 9th position, you have change. What's changing is a situation around you that's not great. This is what's changing. All right, with this, I do feel like someone is eating up your finances. Someone is definitely eating up your emotions. You could be extremely attracted to somebody, and either they're not into you or you're not into them. There's some type of attraction going on here, that where someone's not into someone else. There's that energy that I'm feeling off of this card, and I think that's why you are feeling this way, or they're feeling that way. Okay, there's like oh, you think you're too good for me kind of energy. All right, is what this feels like, but that's changing. In your resolution here, you have the 4 of Water, detachment. This is the final stage, what you finally come to. All right, with this, I feel like you're kind of taking a break from a relationship or a situation. Like I said, a situation where someone does, you know, they could possibly think that you're better than them, you think you're better than them, etc. All right, there's no need for that, but I feel like in terms of this, there was a battle that was won though. Okay, either on your part or theirs. Some kind of battle was won and the other person is kind of like retreating, or you're retreating. Okay, or if not, I feel like you're doing all the talking. The other person is not really noticing it, or even so doesn't really care for that matter. They're just kind of like on the sidelines, just doing what they need to do. They're not really focused on what you're talking about, but you think so. And I think you're trying really hard to get their attention. is what this feels like to me. All right, but they're not really trying to listen to you. They're not doing it on purpose. They just have a lot of stuff going on already in their personal lives. They don't really have time to listen to what you've got going on here, or if this is you or this someone, the energy is coming towards you. All right. Woo-wee. All right then, Aries, I hope that you enjoyed that. That concludes your reading. I hope that you found that beneficial as well. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me via Facebook message or email. All right then, Aries, take care. Bye.